Alright. I'm back. Oh my god. Okay. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. I guess I'll do this. It was terrible, Brigwin. We've decided to make a new planet where only people who have brains can live. It's going to be perfectly custom tailored to specific environmental requirements. It's a crap game, Corwin. Also, I told you I'm not streaming anymore, man. Come on. Pay attention. Hey, Sean. Hey, Eingrad. So yes, when I say environmental things, I don't mean, like, hippie stuff. That's ridiculous. I mean certain weather patterns, temperature norms, that sort of thing, you know? We need to be nice and comfortable. I mean, don't you want to be comfortable on your own planet? Hey, Mio Twister. I think they increased the range on the bow. Oh, by the way, if you hear dog whining, it's because there's a dog whining. Clearing that up there. You know, I just noticed none of these. Technically, yes, Mio Twister, but Legend of Mana doesn't really have anything to do with the Mana series in any significant sense. The first 3 games are basically a trilogy, back to back to back. But, other than that, the Mana series kind of goes in a different direction. So, functionally, no. Technically, yes. Now, none of these are the option I actually want. I want, like, a Berserker option here. I could have that, and then that, and then that. Oh yeah, we could start setting up gauges here. And yes, this is Sonic. Looks like the bow is still a little underwhelming, though. Although being able to aim at a diagonal is really nice for the ranged weapons. Hello again, Roximus. Hello again. There shall be.
I'm ready.
Come on.
Stop me. No.
And she's dead.
This. This is the end.
And they're both dead. God damn it. I can actually answer why this isn't on the Switch. At the time they were developing this, it never occurred to them that the Switch would actually be successful. Translation, they had no faith in it. So they didn't develop it for the Switch. I find that kind of funny. But at the same time, I have to admit, I didn't have any faith in the Switch either, if you'll remember. Hi, War Wager. That sucks. I'm sorry. There'd be an epidemic going around about this point in time. Jeesh.
One night is 10 GP.
Oh, another cutscene.
What is it? Is there something on my face? just can't decide if I should make you my underlings or not. You look like troublemakers to me.
Underling? Forget it. Besides, he looks more the subordinate type than I do.
No way am I taking orders from them.
So that was a strange act back there. Did you really manage to trick travelers into giving you money?
No comment.
That's not good enough. Tell me.
No one else fell for our ruse except for you guys.
Good. I don't want to travel around with a liar who cheated a bunch of innocent people out of their gold.
Calling me a liar's a little harsh. I apologized already, remember? It's in my nature to be tricky. I am a sprite. You just gotta expect a prank or two.
Not on this journey.
Okay, let's see if I can keep my people alive for more than 5 seconds. I haven't bought them gear, have I? Oh, by the way, regarding what I said earlier, notice how the sword already looks completely different. That is extremely weird, Dream Whisperer. I dubbed the weird the Dream Weirder, which means you're technically Dagger, so I guess that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, that's another funny thing. They were willing to put this on the Vita. Although, in fairness, porting something to the Vita is actually super easy, especially if you're already releasing it on the PS4. So that's not really a significant statement. It's really, really easy to put out a game on the Vita, if you're already putting it out on the PS4. Similarly, PS4 and PC, as of this point in time, are really easy to punch out a game on, so... Basically, all 3 systems this game is out on were the easy systems to put this game out on. Not that I'm saying it's hard to make games on the Switch, actually quite the contrary. Nintendo's been really accommodating about the dev kit and the dev tools. That would be very funny, Braylon. I do too. I legitimately have been enjoying the voice acting and the graphics.
Get ready!
Damn it.
Whoa!
No way!
Should have patched gloves. Oh, the Vita's been dead since it came out, let's just be clear. Do note I'm not saying the Vita's bad, there's no need to defend the Vita here. But the Vita is dead. It's just reality. Hey, Mugen. Just trying out the AI options here. The Vita is the PSP 2.
Try to stop me!
God, the sprite's only level 4. No wonder they're dying on these frickin' Chobans. The Chobans actually look a lot better here.
You asked for it!
I pretty much just got back. Now, if I have to tell you what the PSP is, then we've got issues. Ah, there we go. No.
I'm ready!
Well, sprite's already dead. Jesus Christ, these frickin' Chobans. I'm actually amused since I made that comment. Oh, this is so much of an easier game. I think I will go ahead and do this.
What a strange place to bump into each other.
Oh,
Special
absolutely.
deal
Dream
for
Whisperer.
busy.
I just haven't been.
Meow. Special deal for busy. Anything else? Be seeing you.
I suppose we'll do this the correct way. Sigh. I never actually got a Vita. I never had any reason to. Hey, Marley. It's a terrible game. That's the crappiest game that ever gamed to game. Truly, there is no game more terrible than this. I spit on it. Incredibly awfulness. Worst thing in the known universe. In case you're not getting the joke, this game has been being crapped on by almost every reviewer that I've seen. Actually, I should clarify that. Every reviewer I've seen, I don't know if every reviewer in general is doing that. I'm not sure I can think of any games I'd want on the Vita. I'd have to think about that.
One night is 50.
Look, you gotta dodge them. Anybody who plays Psalm, you gotta dodge them. I've done very low playthroughs of this game, and it's actually really, really scary, because if you do that, you can be one-shot very easily. So let's buy some damn gear.
Welcome. What? Come again.
Hang on. Before I buy some damn gear. Okay, so she has that on.
Welcome. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else?
There we
Come
go.
again.
I did enjoy my lunch. Thank you, Ethan. We were discussing crafting planets. And you probably think I'm kidding. There we go. Spaghetti. I haven't actually had spaghetti in a long time.
Welcome. What'll it be?
No, of course not, Car, but I'm not streaming right now.
Anything else? Come again.
There we go. Okay. Little bit better setup now. No, that is a rabbite. Okay. If you don't know what a rabbite is, then I shake my head sadly at you. Poor Kay. He doesn't even know what a rabbite is.
I've been waiting.
And yep, so you notice the spears graphic has changed. So as expected, the spears graphic and the swords graphic both changed. So I imagine all of them change. Which is kind of awesome. That's actually funny you say that, Kay, since, I mean, I'm not redoing my 4x3, damn it. Evil's a strong word. Exactly. I'm not actually playing this game at all, so technically I'm not doing any streaming. Whoops, not what I meant to do. I guess I really just want them all set to attack the same target. I also want her... No, I want her on the axe. Where's the damn axe? There it is. There we go. Axe, spear, sword. There's our power combo of melee.
You asked for for it.
Yeah, Mugen's actually the one playing. Sorry, Mugen. I think Carbon's found us out. It's okay, though, because now we have predominant legal defense against the fact that we're not streaming. I'm not streaming, because I'm not actually streaming. I'm just commenting on his brilliant performance. As we all know, Mugen is a much better player than I am. I mean, that's just provable, isn't it? So in lore, there have always been monsters, but this is actually very similar to FF4, basically. The monsters are a very common aspect of the world, but not all monsters are actually monsters, you know, as you can see by the fact that we're just fighting bees and chobins and other locals. Some of the monsters are just local wildlife. The reason they are so messed up right now is because Mana itself is so messed up right now.
You asked for it.
That sounds incredibly gross, Carbon. Yes, any mistake is actually Mugen's fault, not mine. But yeah, the general idea is if Mana was in proper sync, there would still be monsters, there will still be enemies, but they wouldn't be nearly as big of a problem. Like maybe one or two across the area, you know?
You asked for it.
God, I can't tell you how comforting it is to not have to specifically take a certain route to ensure that my allies don't get stuck. Like, I know that she got stuck there, but still, Sprite didn't get stuck, and she should have. Okay, run. Keep running. This is Death Alley right here. There's better places to level. Come on. Thank you, Mugen, for taking my advice, because I'm totally not playing this game.
You asked for it. Get ready.
Now remember, Mugen, I want you to be playing the... Oh, you already got there. God, you're anticipating me at this point, Mugen. Uh-oh, look out! Remember, they can shoot up. Probably not, Neo Twister. I mean, that would be nice, but it's probably not going to happen.
Thanks.
I just bring it up, Carbon, because literally just last night I was looking up
You asked for
blood
it.
pudding and blood sausage, and losing my appetite as a consequence. Reminds me of when I didn't have food. You're getting better at this, man. You got this, man. And you notice they're super stuck here. Like, they're mega stuck, right? I was hoping they would teleport to me, but it looks like I'm just alone now. Oh. No, it does not. The only things that cut grass are sword and axe.
Get ready.
So I was actually ready to give the game another positive for the pathfinding AI, but looks like I can't. It's merely not as bad. They're both based on the same mushroom, Neo Twister, which is the Amanita, or how the hell you're supposed to pronounce that. Although,
Stop me.
the big difference here is that these guys have hearts. See? They're actually heartless. No, what I meant by I'm alone is that since Mugen has obviously given up on playing and he just decided to run on with it, you know, clearly I am now alone since Mugen's...
Get ready.
Screw it. No, this experience is worth it. God, I can't tell you how nice it is to just run through some of these areas. Can't do that in the SNES version.
You asked for it.
I keep thinking of things as positives and then realizing several of these are actually just absences of negatives. God, God, when I actually do my in-depth review of Psalm, I'm probably gonna give that game a lot of negatives, and that's gonna make me sad. Although, I want to say something really quick. Roximus was asking if, despite the fact, if this game was an improvement on Psalm, but was still a net negative, would I quantify it as a net negative? And the answer is yes. Because improvement or not, it is the finished product that really matters to me, ultimately. You should do what the British do, Carbon. Just throw everything in a pot until it's a nice, bland, gray texture to it. Call it stew. Or soup. Depending on which country you're from.
You asked for it!
Give in, Mugen. Now, I've noticed they're getting a lot more accurate with their bows in this version. It might be the first time the new setup has increased the difficulty rather than decreased it. Their accuracy with the damn bows. You know, if I had a castle out in the middle of nowhere like this, I'd like to think that I would take care of it a little bit better, you know? Is that just me? Like, if you had a castle, would you take care of it? Happy Chinese New Year. Congratulations on the taxes and the day off. I finally finished my taxes 2 weeks ago. They don't let me file because I'm self-employed until the end of January. It irritates the crap out of me. Because I'm usually ready to go on my taxes by January 1st. Which is when I'd rather get it done.
Get ready!
Yeah, we'll see, Mugen. I have a feeling that what people are referring to is the fact that you can't cheese magic as much. Because I've heard reports that you can't cheese magic as much. Ooh, cheesy chicken grits. I don't know what that is. We're still towards the early part of the game, Mugen. I put all pluses and all negatives there on the screen. So if it was a net 0, I would still put, you know, the 2 pluses and the 2 negatives on it, for example. Thought you could fool me, did you, Chair? That's actually funny. The chair was harder to tell it was an enemy than it is in the original. In the original, the actual chair looks different. Its actual sprite looks different than the other chairs.
Get ready!
I am very likely to give this game at least 1 story plus. Although that brings up a very interesting question. How do I rate the story on a remake? If only Roximus was here, I could ask his opinion on this. I do my own taxes, and I use the software, basically, Venters. The software is for the filing, more than anything. Because manually filling out those forms, which I did 1 year, was a nightmare. No, seriously, it was insane.
You asked for it!
I can't remember what we did in FF4 DS, but then again, I was technically using a different type of rating back then. Well, I'm not that insane, Vandalia, so... No, I don't think I'll do that. I would like to keep my sanity for the moment. Well, doing independent taxes means filling out a form to fill out a form to fill out a form to fill out the form you need to put in. And I counted. That's actually how it works. And when I say form, I mean... Oh, you were asking Bragwin, not me.
You asked for it!
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Ah, bad. It's funny you say that, Carbon. Literally just last night, I was thinking to myself what a political game, video game,
You asked for it.
how that would work. So that's what the Moogles look like in this game. I owed $500 in taxes this year, Vandalia, if that answers your question.
Thanks.
I think for the moment, at least until we get magic, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the item limit up. There we go. Okay, so this room is the death room.
Get ready.
I've actually game overed in this room more than I'd like to admit. These two werewolves on the SNES version can completely chain lock you and hurt. They're also some of the best experience at this point of the game.
You asked for it.
That's why I was debating with Carbon. Come on. Come on, guys, okay, enough. So let's see if this dialogue is more understandable. Because this was so badly translated in the English version that for years I didn't know what was happening.
We've come to help.
Uh-huh? Oh.
Where's Dyla?
Huh? Oh. Maybe with the witch?
Oh, it's no use. These guys already act like soulless zombies.
It is a business expense, Sean. Trust me, if I didn't have business expenses, I would have much worse taxes. But no, it is normal that I owe taxes every year. One moment, please. I don't know why Mugen stopped playing. I think he just got tired of the game.
Just like the people in Pandora. You can bet the witch is behind this whole thing.
Home. Want... go... home? Want... which? Stand there. All three on the platform. It makes a bridge.
Okay, that was better translated.
Meow. I got caught. Prrr. Need anything, meow?
I would like some.
Special deal for busy travelers. I'll even save the game from you.
Yeah, I guess there's that. I should probably go ahead and pick that up.
Anything else? Be seeing you. Meow. Prrr.
That's my
Special
air
deal for
conditioning.
busy
It is
travelers.
way too hot
I'll
today,
even save the game for...
so I need to turn the AC on. There's nothing I can do about that whatsoever, other than mute the mic. It's actually really irritating because it means anytime I'm recording in the actual summertime, I'm gonna have to turn that off and just swelter. But for streaming, you guys get to live with it. Sorry. Because it is way too hot in here. So, Gary, how many times have you died in this room? Part of the problem is the AC unit's about 8 feet that way. It's literally right outside. The FF12? Yeah, I've already played through FF12 on the PS4. Hey, get back here! Ooh, look, up wishes. Nice.
You asked for it.
I might turn on the filter again. That might get rid of it. Let me know if you hear the hum in a second when I turn the filter back on. Give me a moment. I should have it still set on. Which I do. Okay. Tell me if you can hear the hum now. Okay, we'll just live with
You
the
asked
watery
for
kind
it.
of filter thing for the time being, for streams.
You asked for it!
So, would I prefer this to be remade on the 3DS? No, absolutely not. Now, the Switch, I'd be cool with the Switch. But I do like that this got a console remake. I'm with that.
Get ready!
I think you're actually lying to me, Carbon. Not only because of the fact that everyone else disagrees with you, but if I look at my mic input, it literally shows actually 0 when I stop talking.
Whoa!
Get ready!
So far, yes, Rod. I am so... How many of you who've played this game predicted death on Spiky? I am legitimately curious what's going to go on with Spiky.
Try to stop
Sadly,
me.
I haven't had time, Ventures. I've really wanted to, but I just have not had the time or availability to go back and really play with the game since it came out. I wish I could. Oh. I think I don't even own it right now, actually. Like, they offered me a free copy, but I wanted to pay for it. Yeah, I'm gonna die to Spiky. Let's do it!
What noisy little children. But don't worry. You'll get what's coming to you.
Hey, Permeus. Welcome to death.
Allow me the pleasure of sending you to my dear Thanatos.
No, dialogue.
No! Dialogue! Elene, what have you done with him?
My. Oh, my. Such a peculiar young man. For some reason, my magic didn't work properly on him. But Thanatos wanted him, so I sent him directly to the ruins in Pandora.
Thanatos?
Silly child! Thanatos is a mystic knight of the Vandal Empire who will crush your kingdom from within.
My
How
kingdom?
could you?
Oh god, she's an elf.
Now that most of the people of the land have lost their souls, Thanatos will be unstoppable.
Don't worry, she's a good guy.
All the mighty Thanatos has to do is storm the castle by attacking from the southern ruins. Now then, my little spiky tiger looks hungry. And you're on the menu.
I can't decide what's up with the lack of music in some of these pre-rendered, I hesitate to call it, but these non-interactive cutscenes. It's weird. So here it is, arguably the hardest boss in the entire game. That's not a joke.
Try to stop me! Try to stop me!
Yep, still can't melee him up there.
Not this!
Girl died.
I'm ready!
Wow, that was easy. Like, even with girl dying, that was easy. Holy crap. So you ready for her to suddenly and instantly become a good person?
No! Please, forgive me. I didn't mean for this to happen. But once the magical herbs that grew in my forest withered, I had no choice. I exchanged the souls of the villagers for herbs from Thanatos to keep my powers.
So she had no choice. She had to rip people's souls out because otherwise she wouldn't keep being able to cast magic.
Lesson learned. I'm resigned to be a simple old lady and live a normal life from now on. If you're looking for that young man who was here earlier, he's already left for the ruins to the south of Pandora. You can take what's in that treasure chest over there. I don't need it anymore. The orb in the underground palace. You need to use ice magic to activate it. I'm back to my old magicless self, so I can't help you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe we could get you some more souls?
Aha!
Probably Vandalia.
Aha!
So, several people have asked, and I've actually already discussed this, but obviously that was earlier. I don't think as of right now I'm willing to say that the change in difficulty is a positive or a negative, because so far most of the changes to the difficulty have been basically making the gameplay better. Or, to clarify what I'm saying, if Psalm didn't have some of the bugs or hitbox issues or other glitches of the game and its game design, then Psalm would not be nearly as hard as it is. Hence, why I'm just kind of like, For the moment, I'm still at a neutral on the difficulty change. We'll see what happens when I get a hold of the cheat spells.
I knew it! Diluc is alive!
Can you hear me?
Huh? What?
Come to the Water Palace immediately.
It's Luca. Something must have happened. I've gotta go.
I'm going to. I'm worried about Diluc, but I need your help to save him. I'll go with you, but in return, you have to help me rescue Diluc afterward.
Don't worry, I'm coming along. We'll get this job done in no time.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why, there's a term called Nintendo Hard, but I feel like some people misuse that, because what Nintendo Hard should refer to is a game that shouldn't actually be difficult, but it's only difficult because the fact that the game is badly designed, or has literal bugs or issues. Now, I'm not saying there aren't NES games that are legitimately hard, but you get my point. I think it does. I'm actually in favor of the voice acting so far. I know that's going to come down to opinion, but the fact that you can turn off the voice acting,
Get ready!
I mean, that makes it a done deal as far as I'm concerned. Like, I've heard so many people like, voice acting on the reviews. All I have to say to that is turn it off then. If it's really that big of an issue. So let's try out the whip here. Ooh. Well, it's already different, I can tell you that. Here, I'll try to demonstrate. Notice how I hit him even though I was close to him?
Get ready!
The old whip had this thing where the hurt box on the whip was pretty much just the end of the whip. Like that little smack you see at the end there. So, I like the fact that the whip actually hits everything in between you and what you're hitting. I don't know, Reganite. Because people complain. Oh, God damn it. Hang on. I'm turned around. As of this exact moment in time, this would probably get a recommendation of sail by. That being said, I am definitely leaning towards this game being worth it.
Yeah!
I'll heal you. Would you like to save the game?
Sure.
Undine, the elemental of water, lives in a cave behind a waterfall east of this palace.
I'll try it out when I get there, Gary.
Her barrier protecting the palace has disappeared, and I fear the worst.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way to put that, Max Time. I think I'd agree with that. Like, this is such a noticeable improvement over the original that I think if you've played and liked the original, this is definitely worth picking up. And if you haven't, then go ahead and try and wait for a sale if you're concerned about the price. That being said, this is not a small game. Secret of Mana is a nice big game with lots of meat to it, so I mean, you know, Psalm, if it came out now, would probably be worth $40. Lord knows I paid like $80 for mine.
She could be in grave danger. You must find her.
Okay, I guess. But, you know, whatever you do, if some guy named Geshtar shows up, just don't let him in, okay? I don't think she's listening to me. A whole bunch when I first played this game. We'll see how bad this is in this version. Yes and no, God Mode.
Get ready!
I do like the new art style quite a bit. I've played this game at least once a year for at least 6 years that I can think of off the top of my head. Probably longer.
Takes more than that.
So, I'm with you. I am a big fan of Psalm. If they patch in online multiplayer, by the way, Gary, you know what must happen. Like, I know we have totally contracting schedules, but that's gonna happen. So, whoops. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Gosh darn it. On the boy. There we go.
Thanks.
So, how many of you used to have real issues with the upcoming boss?
What the?
Aww. Okay, that is really cute in this version. I think I will go ahead and give her the whip, actually.
You asked for it!
So here's the real boss.
Get ready!
So, hang on. On the SNES version, his grab attack only works in the cardinal directions, up, left, down, right. But the other thing is that the hurt box of that grab attack was actually huge. It wasn't like this, like his tongue. It was like this. It was this huge area. So even if you were below him, it was possible for him to grab you with that attack. I've seen that happen many times. I'm sure some of you have too. So I'm just going to kind of chill and see what he does here.
You asked for it!
That's kind of what I expected to happen. Hey, Javin. How are you?
Get ready!
God damn friggin' Get me out! Why isn't she attacking? Why isn't she attacking? Oh, she was charging. God damn it! Okay, I've changed my mind. Stop charging. Depends on if it's funded for a premiere on Phoenix Bloodman. Yeah, I gotta be honest, aside from like 2 exceptions, so far I haven't been particularly impressed by the remixes. So let's see what Undine looks and sounds like. And then we'll finally have magic, and we'll see how this works.
My thanks. I am Undine, the water elemental. In return for your kindness, you may use my power.
She looks pretty cool. She looks kind of based on her Dawn of Mana appearance, which I think was the PS2 one. Whatever the PS2 one was.
Elementals may manifest as 2 types of spells, to use as you will. You may call upon my recovery and defense magic, and you may use my battle magic.
What about me?
You are the wielder of the Mana Sword. Magic will never be yours to master.
You are simply too stupid to be able to cast spells.
For to pit your own magic against that of your sword could yield disastrous results. However, you may channel the magic of others through your mana weapon. For instance, she can cast Ice Saber on your weapon, turning your enemies into snowmen. In addition, I leave this mana weapon to you. With it, you may attack enemies both above and below you.
Thank you, Sean.
Call upon me at any time.
Sweet!
All right! I'll be a master mage in no time.
Oh, right. I'm not in an attack area. So, let's see how magic works. That sure as hell looks like a piercing weapon. Oh yeah, totally piercing. Oh, I hope so, Javan. It's been how many years, and that game has never received any kind of port or release outside of Japan. For God's sakes. I kind of like the Javelin here. I'm still not going to stick with it. I don't know about you guys, but I am filled with fear about this game. Hey, why don't you... Oh, wrong one. What the? Hello? Oh, she's busy, that's why. There we go. I never asked for those paid subs, but I still appreciate them. Thank you, Vandalia. So let's go ahead and get a heal off here.
Water!
See what spells look like.
Thanks.
Alright. Let's do what we're all wondering. Anybody who's ever played this game ever knows there's only one way to play this game, and that's to completely cheese the magic. Cheesing the magic with fear. Thanks, Gary. As ever. So...
Come on, Undine! Freeze! Watch out! Freeze!
Looks like I can't chain it quite the same way. But I can still chain it a little bit, I just can't completely stun lock them with it.
Freeze! Try to stop
Also looks like it takes a little bit longer to cast.
Healing power of Undine! Come on, Undine!
Cure water. Thanks.
It was extremely broken. Let's be clear. Secret of Mana on the SNES, if you chain magic, becomes a ridiculously easy game from this point on. The only difficulty is making sure you buy a fresh supply of fairy walnuts every time you hit Neko, and that's it.
Come on, Undine!
And, you know, knowing what to cast. Just leveling while I'm here, don't mind me.
Healing power of Undine! Freeze!
Cure water. Thanks. Try to stop me.
Alright, she's out. The acting has been good and bad so far. I'd say that acting's thus far has been net positive, in my opinion.
Healing power of Undine. Cure water. Thanks.
Most of the more regular characters tend to have the stronger voice acting. Go figure. Oh, I'm gonna do those... So I'm gonna try to Korean method this and see how I am, and I'm gonna try to not go out of my way to grind, because that's a good way to test how the balance of a game is, in my opinion. Oh yeah, there's also Japanese voice acting if you're a weirdo. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Actually, we haven't heard it in combat, it just occurred to me. Give me a second, guys. Let's see what the combat Japanese voice acting like. Also, yes, I know what you mean, Sean. Although, probably for different reasons.
Ice Saber!
Frosted! Frosted! I love it. So that's a stun. It's actually an invulnerability stun, so it's the least useful type of stun to actually use against the enemy. Yeah, it's kind of like a Mez, except it can't be broken. So I don't know what to quantify that as. So I don't have anything to score for the story yet, so I'm still debating how I'm going to score the story. I'm really debating this. I've never really done this before. I basically have the option to score this as if it's a completely new game, or to score it relative to how much better or worse it is to the original, and I really haven't decided. So there's 3 major ways to recharge MP. Apparently 4 now, because you can beat bosses. The first is Inns. The second is with Moonsaber, which by the time you get Moonsaber, the game officially goes from being easy to being a joke. And with... or not New Moonsaber, sorry, that's the wrong thing. MP Absorb, my bad. Still from Luna. Anyway, so MP Absorb, Inns, and Fairy Walnuts. I have no idea, Vandelli. What? Okay. Oh no, it's a new cutscene! No! No, I want to hear this. God damn it, it's gonna be Japanese.
エリニスの城か。
Freaking stupid Whatever. Here you go, guys. Here's a cutscene in Japanese.
なあなあ、お城ってすごいんだろ。毎日豪華な食事をして、でっかいベッドで寝るんだ。宿屋のちっこいベッドとは大違い。おいらもそんな暮らししてみてえな。
そうとは限らないんじゃないかな。
そうよ、お城の暮らしなんてたまったもんじゃないわ。
どうしたんだ？
どうもしないわ。なんだいなんだい、夢のないこと言ってくれちゃってさ。お城の人なんて政治のことしか考えてないのよ。政略結婚させようだなんて人の気持ちも考えないで、考えるだけで腹が立ってくるわ。それに何よあの男、ちょっとでも困ったことがあったらすぐにパパーって父
I'm sorry,
親に
who's
泣きつい
talking
て。
right now? Is this the girl or the sprite?
ディラックと違って私のことなんかなんも
Okay,
考
it's
え
the
てない
girl.
自己中男なんだから。ディラックみたいにかっこよくもないし、何でも人任せで自分じゃ何もしないし、これだからボンボンは嫌なのよ。ディラックなら会う時は必ずお花をくれるのよ。あの男はそういう気遣いもしないで。
Yeah, I just missed the trend.
かっこよくもないし最悪。
I missed the transition between sprite and girl. That's why I was like,
なんだか姉ちゃんも大変なんだな。
そもそもエリニース城はそんなんじゃないと思うけどね。
no, it's fine, Angrad. I can read. The in cutscenes have been really good so far. Like, universally good. The only question for me right now is if I'm going to give 2 pluses or 1 to the ins cutscenes. I can read, but I just couldn't tell who was talking for a bit there. Like, that's why I was questioning. I thought Sprite was still talking, and then all of a sudden it's like, and then living in the castle was, and all the people were so stuck up, and I'm like, wait, that sounds like girl, not Sprite. Hang on.
Leave me alone.
Okay, okay. God, lady. I thought you were insane. Jesus. We're still very early in the game, Mugen.
Kamela? What's the matter? You're acting
Kamela?
strange.
Right. I need to go here first. I think? Yes. Wait. Yes. But yeah, we're nowhere. I mean, Gemma's name is Gemma, for God's sakes. D-Luck. I mean, that makes sense. Oh god, we still have Cross Saber on. So I gotta say, and this is just my opinion, that I think it was the Polygon review that said how it was the controls were super imprecise and he could never hit anything, but he could hit things better in the SNES version. I think that guy was on crack. I pretty much feel the exact and deliberate opposite of that.
Not today! No way!
And again, I know I can't really ask your guys' opinion on it because you're not the one actually playing the game, but speaking as the person behind the controller, yeah, this is really more precise than it used to be. Oh yeah, the mere fact that I can do what I'm doing right now is kind of awesome, because I can do this. I can just say, you know what, I don't feel like this room. Bye!
One night is 10G.
Oh, another one.
Seeing Elena's true form gave me a new respect for magic power.
No kidding. She acted so young despite her real age.
Hey, bro?
What?
This Eleni witch wasn't always so scary, right?
No, I heard she was a typical old lady before.
Then it was the magic that made her into a terrifying bad guy, right? Hear me out. What if someone who was mean from the start got their hands on that kind of magic?
I guess they do even more harm out in the world.
Right? Then what would happen if Sis managed to get more magic powers?
Whoa, better not think about it. There's no way we'd manage to defeat something so sinister.
What are you guys implying?
I mean, preferences are a thing, but then again, I liked Zelda's voice actress in Breath of the Wild, so what do you want from me? I like the three principal characters, though. Now, what's funny is for a second I thought they were referring to Vandal or Thanatos there. But neither of those are actually humans, so I guess Sheik's, maybe? No, Sheik's wasn't human either. I think Geshtar was actually the only one of the Vandalian elite who was actually human. Oh yeah, I heard that complaint constantly, Mugen. Oh no, this is massively retranslated.
No way!
Hugely, hugely retranslated.
Not today!
But yeah, the majority of people didn't like the English voice actress for Zelda. I am not one of those people. That's all. I also disagree with Javan right now, but that's okay too. Because preferences are a thing. Whoops, wrong way, wrong way. Right? Yeah, okay.
Watch it out!
Now,
Freeze!
well, Sprite's definitely better. But I haven't decided what... So, there's been a couple songs I like and a couple I don't, and the rest I'm just kind of meh on. I'm gonna leave the remastered music on, because I want to hear the rest of it. I mean, 3 of the best songs of this entire game only properly play if you don't advance the dialogue in the last dungeon, so... Alright, hands up. How many of you used to die a lot in this room?
Try to stop me!
Oh, sorry, I should raise my hand on this.
Try to stop me! No, not this.
Ignore the fact that the girl just died. Just ignore that for a second. Just gonna bring her back really quick here.
One night is...
God, I would not want any of these people's hair. Bedhead. Like, look at how much hair both the girl and Sprite have. Yeah, Mugen's just really been not doing great lately. Actually, no, it's the AI. Did you notice that the moment I got ballooned, the other two stopped trying to attack? Actually. I'm gonna try something here. See if that'll help a little bit.
Try to stop me.
I know, Eingrod, and that's the problem, because there doesn't appear to be a just attack all option. There doesn't appear to be a Berserker AI option, and that's actually what I want. I want them to just hit everything. So I'm going to try one of them on assist me and one of them not assist me. The only problem is, well, no, they're both attacking it. Even though I attacked it, so... I don't know what the hell to make of that at this point. No, it's not a Gambit list. At least I don't think so. I'm still trying to get a feel for it. No, so far the mob difficulty is pretty much exactly where it should be. Well... Percent meters at the bottom middle. Let's set them both to this. See what happens. And yeah, I've argued for the usage of Gambit in basically any game with a party at all, and I stand by that. This one doesn't have too much HP, it just has too much evasion. But... Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay, he's dead, we're okay. That's a good question, Look. Here, let's try that. Oh, by the way, so I mentioned the AI, the problem with the ring always being in the center, which I put under the negatives. The way I'm keeping it clear, green is the sprite and pink is the girl. It's a little easier to differentiate pink from green for me, so I can tell if I'm healing or if I'm casting. And then I just do this for everything else, which is me. Okay, so let's set her to assist Prim. God damn it. That's her to assist Pokeboy and see what happens. I don't feel like dealing with that. Okay, they appear to just not do anything if you set them to that. If you want them set to passive, set them to assist each other. Because that's what this is. They are ignoring everything. I find it annoying, Vandalia. Especially since the dungeon's empty. Either do the Earthbound thing and give us free experience, or do the many, many other dungeons thing and give us a quick way out. A backdoor thing. Oh yeah, they're still doing nothing. Hang on. Okay, so there's the passive option. Now, I believe this will make them attack anything I attack or I'm attacked by. Pretty sure, based on how I've seen it.
Thanks!
Let's test that. I'm just walking here.
Try to stop me.
Okay, so yeah, they didn't attack back when they were hit. But if I'm hit...
Try to stop me.
Oh, nope, they still don't attack if I'm hit. But if I hit, they immediately start helping. So that's the assist option. Let's set them both to this and see what happens here. Let's get rid of him. I probably shouldn't be doing this because these enemies are actually kind of mean. This is on the PC.
Thanks!
Okay. Although, Yeah. You know what? Hang on, let me just... There we go. Do you know you could do that, Javin? What I just did? Okay, I don't actually want to fight the boss yet. So they immediately attack. I'm not hitting anything. They automatically attack him. Now, let's see what happens if I attack first. Okay, they still attack. So it looks like the bottom one does look like the Berserk option. It's just really, really badly worded. So, I'm just going to leave them on Berserk, unless I need them to go to passive. I just ran through a room and left my comrades behind and wasn't leashed to them, Javin. I like physical copies for most games. If this comes out on the Switch, I will probably pick up a physical copy of it, assuming that's an option. And it looks like the AI deals with having a more reach or ranged weapon better, I've noticed, too. Someone earlier pointed that out, and ever since I switched her to the whip and her to the spear, they've been
This is
fine.
the altar room.
Oh, boss time.
Hey, hang on, hold up! You can't just barge in here.
I officially like this voice for Gnome.
The great gnome ain't gonna let pipsqueaks on his turf. Now scram!
What a lot of hot air. Why don't you scram?
Yeah, I'll teach you a lesson, little brat.
Ha! Take this!
Why, you little... Uh-oh, I'm out of here.
Look, there's something back there.
You found a boss! Okay, I like what they did with the Gigas. That looks cool. Come on. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault.
Take more than that!
Now, I just noticed her dot stopped ticking down the moment she froze to do the heal. So that's actually a good sign. Awesome, Lateralis. I hope you enjoy it. Ignore the reviewers. It's actually better than they're saying.
Take more than that!
Oh, here's a question. Can I heal the entire party despite how split up we are?
Water! Pure water!
Looks like I can. That's awesome.
Come on, Undine!
That's awesome. I'm with it. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It probably keeps track within a cell, and you could cast on anyone within a cell. I would imagine. I'll have to test that in a minute. But yeah, I actually have several games where I have physical games for the PS4, which I still had to install, despite having the physical game. In fact, I think all of them were that way. Switch, not so much, unless there's actually patch stuff. Do you notice the upper right, by the way, John? Oh, he's not here.
What a relief! Good thing you guys are strong. That oaf was always bugging me. Sorry, I kinda let loose on you guys in frustration. No hard feelings?
I'll show you hard feelings. Swear your loyalty to me, and maybe, just maybe, I'll forgive you. Otherwise, I'll throw you to my vicious bodyguard.
That's me.
Please, forgive me. I'll be your servant. I'll do anything.
Hey, who are you calling your bodyguard?
I know when I've met my match. Call on me anytime. I'll be there. Now, close your eyes, boss. Now both you and the missus over there can summon me.
Oh, he didn't call her his wife. Whatever.
Excuse me? Since when were we an item?
I like your style, Gnome.
Well, that's that. Be seeing ya.
The best kind of troll or
Come
gnome
on,
or
we gotta get to the mana seed.
No, not yet, Gary. I don't know, dude. No is the answer. I have not. Mike, you've been cut out now.
Come on.
My head. Ow.
You okay?
Could someone link the... You know what? Here, hang on, Lateralis. I don't know. Apparently you've never seen me do a premiere run. I have a spreadsheet just for that.
Hang in there.
Ah, sorry, I drifted off there.
Give me a break.
Hey, don't get ants in your pants. While I was asleep, my past came back to me. I lived in the forest in the Upperland. So it's decided, that's where we gotta go. I'll let you hang out with me until we get back to my home. You're welcome.
Gee, thanks.
Well, Bart
Can you
was...
hear me? Gemma has not returned from Pandora yet. Something must have happened. I sense evil in the Pandora ruins. Perhaps you can look into it and find out what's keeping Gemma.
Luke is right. We need to get to the Pandora ruins on the double.
Yep, I can hotkey spells.
One night is 15 GP. Stay the night.
It's so weird talking to Luca. I can't wrap my head around the idea that she's hundreds of years old.
Never seen a granny like her.
First time we met, I didn't realize that was Luca until Gemma got mad at me.
What's her secret?
Whoa! What's with the serious expression?
I don't care how old I get, as long as I never look like Elena. How does Luca manage? I've got it! It must be the lake around the water palace. Undine must have imbued it with magic or something. That must be it! I'll just take up swimming in the lake every day and wait for the results. Look out, world! This fresh-faced girl is gonna cause a splash!
What is she talking about this time?
I wasn't gonna ask.
You guys have something to say?
No, nothing.
There are some things we just don't need to wonder.
Should I mention that one of the reviews I read, it wasn't the Polygon one, it was another one, I think, mentioned how terrible the vignettes were that we keep seeing at the ends. Just felt like sharing that. So anyways, Javan, regarding the whole stunlock thing, they changed around the iframes on enemies significantly. However, the same also goes for you. So under the bad circumstances, you can still be stunlocked, but it's a lot easier to get out of that in the new fully 3D format. But as you can see, I'm just keeping this P stunlocked until it dies, so yeah. There we go. This is exactly what I want to test right here. So, okay, I'm completely separated from my party, but we're still in the same cell.
Healing power of Undine! Rumble! Cure water!
And I could still cast, despite the fact that I left them way behind. So yeah, I was right. magic targeting range is within the cell. Yeah, the sprite teleported to me, which is weird, because the girl was further away. I usually stream until about 6 my time, Vandalia, which I don't know, it looks like we're nowhere near, so we got another couple hours of this.
Aha!
You know, I hate to say this, Mugen, but you're probably right.
Welcome, welcome. It's 50 GP per trip. What'll it be?
I mean, I don't mean to sound incredibly negative, but I've noticed that most of the games that get really high reviews are either indie games or games that are politically correct to talk about, like you could get brownie points, or games that manage to pay off reviewers sufficiently, and that's kind of it.
Pandora, you sure? Try not to open yourself up to mischief while you're there. Just pop yourself into the barrel.
You mean the reverse of that, Jaludo, but yeah. Yeah, I really mean, I don't want to sound cynical, but that's true, Eingrad. It's funny, some of you may remember, I once did a video called I'm Not a Game Reviewer, and it's funny because over the last few years, inch by inch, I've become more of a game reviewer. Not really by intention, just as a natural consequence of looking at games as they come out. I don't even know what to think of that.
You staying? Help yourself to a bed.
They are not initially Sakage, no. Their purpose is just more information. They're just cybernetic augmented, that's all.
Hang
Very
on.
basic.
That'll be 10 GP.
Another vignette. I'm glad I'm hitting the end so often.
Wish I could use magic. How come you guys get to do all that cool stuff?
I didn't realize you couldn't use magic as the wielder of the mana weapons.
Don't worry. We can clean up all those annoying enemies for you.
But I wanted to clean up enemies too.
Don't pout. I'll cast some magic on your weapon to make you feel better.
Yeah, as long as we help each other out, we'll be invincible.
Ironically, they do have an insanely powerful combo here, if you think about it from gameplay perspective.
What a nice sentiment. Leave the healing to me.
I didn't even check, Letteralus.
Ugh. Good thing you didn't get attack magic, sis.
What? Why?
If you use too much strong magic, you'll turn into a scary witch for sure. Worse than Eleni.
And here I thought you were being nice. I take back everything I said before. Good luck healing yourself.
Come on, cut them some slack.
Oh, you're going to take their side? See if I heal you either.
Oh, man.
That is really weirding me out how they keep using the plural gender neutral there. Like, just to an innate English speaker, you wouldn't normally say them when using a singular. Oh, God. Fear. Thank you very much, Fatcorns, for that Twitch Prime sub. As ever, those are very much appreciated. Thank you. You know what? I don't have to fight you. This is the new song! Anyone remember my Shadow of War review? Because during that, I mentioned that I tend to like games that give me the option to not have to bog through all sorts of trash. And I mentioned there's so many games that basically force you to fight everything as you're going through it, or actively penalize you if you don't fight everything as you go through it. And you'll notice that I can just kind of run by basically everything here, and that is kind of awesome. Because you can do that in the SNES version if you know what you're doing. So yes, this is our first of, I think, 2? No, we've already had the third. So this is the, excuse me, this is the second of 3 major visits to the water temple.
I'll heal you. Would you like to save the game?
No.
Gemma has not returned from Pandora yet. I suspect foul play in the ruins to the south.
That's a good question, Mugen. Okay, sorry. Apparently, I'm sorry. This is not the second time yet. I thought we were at the point in time at which we were going to deal with the Scorpion Army. My bad. I'm skipping ahead. My bad. Such a rush. Which means I'm about to go through hell. Yes, they are, Zillow. So how many of you want me to go ahead and try and slowly fight my way through the Pandoran ruins? Now, for those of you who don't understand why I'm phrasing that sentence that way, the Pandoran ruins are a nightmarish hell of unholy death. And even on replays, I usually just run through the entire place and completely bypass everything.
Whoa! Takes more than that.
See, the reason to fight through... in a normal playthrough, I will not fight through this goddamn ruin, or the other ruin, the Imperial ruin. But it's basically to test it, to see how it is on this version. Seriously, for those of you who haven't played this, I don't know if you remember just how bad each of the ruin stages are, but they're bad. They're mean. So yeah, Pamela, I think?
Pamela?
Pamela, yeah.
What's the matter? You're acting strange.
She disappeared. The ruins are down there. Let's check them out.
Aw, that's still a terrible line. In the original psalm, it's like, oh my god, she disappeared. Ruins are to the southeast. It's just really, really disjointed. So I want to hear this song. This is actually one of my favorite songs in the original.
Oh, they say I'm going to be sacrificed. Pretty neat, huh?
Okay, that's appropriately creepy.
You're going to be what? Pamela! Snap out of it!
Stop whining. Just leave me alone.
None of them have been bad so far in God Mode.
Hey, Pamela! Pamela! What are you guys doing? Get out of my way! We have to hurry, or Pamela's a goner! Dialog's supposed to be there too.
Let's go. So how many of you even know that there was a love triangle situation between Pamela, girl, and Dialog? So this is one of my favorite songs in this game, and I'm trying to think of what I think of this remix. No. Mike, turn off. So you notice how some of the enemies in here have very high evasion? They pretty much encourage you to use magic going through here, and yet this boss is brutally hard if you're out of magic to fight him. So I'm not using magic as I go through here. Pamela was a commoner. And Pamela was one of the reason Pamela was one of the friends of the girl is because she was a commoner, and the girl was trying to hang out with real people as opposed to, you know, fake people like all of the upper crust like she usually had to deal with. So it's gone through 2 loops here. Let me give you the original. I actually think I like the remixed version, but I don't like it as much. It's a completely different tone to it. The original is kind of horrifying and distorted and off. The new one is like quietly walking through an empty graveyard. I know I said I'd fight through here, but I'm not fighting those damn evasion guys. I'll fight other things. Oh god, evasion guy. I mean, I could use the X anyways, but goddamn. So I've been sitting on the graphics so far, and I want to say that so far I think at the very least the terrain graphics are better. Like, and I say that as someone who really enjoys good sprite work. I think they did a good job with the backgrounds, the areas, the overworld. I don't know what else to call it. The things that aren't the people. So you're on, Dakota. It's been consistently good, like, the whole game. And I've been paying attention to every new area we go to. I mean, I don't even know what to say, guys. I heard nothing but negative things about this, and I myself had been negative about this until I played it. And I'm thinking this is pretty good so far. So... ah, crap. Nope, nope. I need to not use magic. Crap. Alright. Run. 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 Run! I hate this dungeon so much! This place is what you call a wake-up dungeon, by the way. This is when the difficulty officially says, yeah, no, I'm right here. Hi. Like, I know we all talk about how this is an easy game, but this is, like, just before the point at which you're really strong, but still, like, it's like the in-between point of you getting super strong with magic, but still being super weak. Half the enemies in here are basically immune to melee attacks. Half of them don't take a lot of damage from the magic attacks you have because they're weak to spells you don't have yet. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of that in this game. And you really want your magic for the boss. I mean, you don't need it, but especially if you're playing this game relatively new, the boss of this dungeon is actually really, really rough if you're going pure melee, so... Oh, and almost all the enemies here do debuffs and poisons and other fun stuff like that. And can buff themselves. So that's why this dungeon's kind of mean, and I just run through it usually. So, who wants to guess who voices Thanatos? Oh, he looks better.
Thanatos, I presume.
Oh, he looks a lot better. Alright, here we go.
Indeed. I've heard much about you. You have beaten LNA, which means you are no ordinary fools.
Hand over Pamela and Diluc, and stop whatever you're doing to the people of the kingdom.
How amusing. You show some spirit, at least. I suppose this is the Pamela to whom you were referring. Unfortunately for you, I've already drained her energy. She's now my faithful servant.
Yeah, I don't recognize this guy. So, spoiler alert, this is the main villain of the entire game. And usually a main villain, they pull in someone recognizable, but I don't know who this guy is.
How could you?
Sealed under this altar is the energy collected from the people. Resistance is a waste of time. Submit to the Empire now, or you too will face utter destruction. It's only a matter of time before all nations fall before the might of the fortress. Then there will be order. Without life force, no one has a chance against a might such as ours.
Dialogue!
He was a difficult one to crack. I hear LNA had a hard time with him, too. Could this soldier be... Things are becoming more interesting. You three are entertaining in your own way. I believe I'll take your energy as well.
Well, that's terrifying. Let's see how Q'd spell is, because I haven't used shortcut spells yet.
Your life force will be collected in that room. Don't struggle.
Okay, I actually like what they did with this, especially since it reaches to the top of the screen. So here's casting a spell with a shortcut. No, I was pretty surprised by it, Bendalia. I'll admit it. So sadly, there's no visual indicator of when you can cast again, but if you just mash the button, the moment you are available to cast again, you can cast again. Honestly, I think I'll take the shortcutted spells over the ability to chain, you know what I mean? Ah, god dang it.
Speed up!
Ah, damn, I thought it raised agility too. I guess not. Okay, I feel like they have a couple more HP. Oh, there we go, finally. Hasn't even started moving yet. I just had to say that, didn't I? Oh, Jesus. Guys, why aren't you attacking it? Guys, I need you to attack it. Quick clear. Do I even have any fairy walnuts? Nope. I may actually die here, guys. Wow. And dead. Wow! What? No! No, that's... Shh. Yeah. I may have just lost my autosave. No, looks like it's still there. Thank God! Okay, guys. Loading another save doesn't kill an autosave. Oh, so that's like the third time the autosave has been well programmed. Thank you, whoever designed this freaking game. Oh, thank you. God damn. Fine, fine, I'll use Gem Missile. Hang on. Oh, God, I lost all my things. Okay, so hang on. There. It's a shame it doesn't recognize R2 and L2. I could have two more shortcuts right now. I didn't actually know that, Guru.
In
Cutscene, I'm the bad guy. You will fall, for I am evil. This is actually just my latest host. Spoiler alert, I've been potty hopping for years.
Your life.
Just for pre-rendered ones. Oh right, I meant to do this. Come on.
Crumble! Gem missile!
Spoiler alert! Thanatos is a bad guy. It's not really a spoiler. It's not even really a plot point. But you're right, I am spoiling something. I will acknowledge that.
I'm ready!
I mean, his name is Thanatos. He walks around with, like, a skeleton armor on. God damn it, really?
Try to stop me! Try to stop me! Thanks!
At least it's a little more definitive when you can hit and when you can't of this version.
Crumble! Gem missile! Your turn, Gnome! Gem missile! Your turn, Gnome!
She's very much different what she's saying. She's saying, your turn, gnome.
Crumble! Gem missile!
Oh yeah, he's definitely a good guy. There, you happy, Gary? I used the inferior spell. Sigh. Man, I've got nothing but junk orbs. Next time I'll get good orbs when I go to Pandora in a minute.
I see. So this child is the new wielder of the Mana Sword. How quaint. A ragtag bunch of kids playing around like they're the heroes of legend.
Like you'd know. You weren't around to fight the last batch of heroes.
I'll withdraw for the time being. You may have your village, but I will take these two.
Wait! No! Xylot! Kamela!
Until we meet again.
Oh, come on! Speaking as a professional maniacal laugher. No, that's right. You gotta throw yourself into it, man. Ah, well.
Oh, hello. Where are we? Is Pamela here?
Where did I end up?
What have I been doing all this time? Please, inform the castle of this phenomenon.
Oh, no! How long have I been here? I have laundry to do.
Yeah, me too.
My mind's still foggy.
No, that's just your normal state, sorry.
Gemma!
Apologies. I let my guard down. Thanatos is one of the Empire's best and most fearsome generals. I had no idea they'd sent him. It's strange to see such underhanded tactics from the Empire. Why steal life energy from people?
Well, it's actually because he's... I suppose I shouldn't spoil it. I'm sorry, I'll shush.
The Empire wants to break the seals and resurrect the Mana Fortress. They don't need Thanatos for that.
Nope.
All that is certain is that if Thanatos is here, his forces can't be far behind. This land is in danger.
Depends on how it's presented, Java, but usually bad voice acting or good voice acting would qualify under story.
This bodes ill. In any case, you should return to Lucas. I'm off to the underground palace.
God damn it. Mike, shut up. I know, Mugen. It's just, I'm playing the game, you know? Like, usually that's the thing. I am going to beat this game on stream, goddammit.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now give me all your money or die.
Everyone's back to normal. Thank you, kind traveler.
Leave me alone. I never like talking to people.
Me neither. Yeah. So far, the one... I gotta be honest, I legitimately thought this would be the second blemish on my Premier Run record. Like, legitimately, I really did think this was going to be the second time I didn't finish a Premier Run. I'm so happy this game has been better than I thought it was.
It looks like Gemma was correct when he said you young people were going to save our country.
Because I hated it, Mugen. Like, there's more detail than that, but that is the summary.
These are the king's chambers.
The king has recovered. He's no longer languishing in depression. In fact, he cannot seem to sit still.
Thank you. When your journey is over, please come back. You are welcome here in Pandora.
What was the first? Romancing Saga 2, the game we just were talking about.
You did it. Hope has returned to my kingdom. What Gemma said about you and the Mana Sword was true after all.
Yeah, it should be on my YouTube, Tigzar.
As the legends foretold, we'll bestow our treasure back to its rightful owner. Go down those stairs to retrieve it.
Sorry, my second YouTube.
We've guarded these for centuries for you, wielder of the Mana Sword. Take them with you and save the world.
I'm actually surprised I didn't get more negative feedback on those videos, but whatever. Oh, I'll raise my hand. I didn't know these chests were here till like my third time playing this game. There's orbs here, too.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Good orbs, by the way.
Don't mind if I do.
So yeah, sword orb and spear orb. Two very useful orbs. No, I didn't beat Romancing Saga 2. I plugged away at it for, I think, 3 days. And then basically I was like, alright guys, this is horrible and I'm not enjoying myself and I don't even want to keep going. And I basically let my viewers vote if we go ahead and discontinue the Premier Run. And the vote was almost unanimously in favor of discontinuing. It was getting to the point where it wasn't just I wasn't having fun, but it wasn't a very interesting game to stream. Because not every game is suited to streaming. So, yeah, we just stopped. We killed one of the heroes, one of the 7 heroes, and we had gotten, I think, to the 4th generation? Something like that. We didn't actually get far, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's actually more possible than you'd think on the SNES version to actually not end up with maxed out orbs. Now, there are repeatable orb drops in this game, but those are, you know, not everyone's going to know where those are or how to get them, so... And they're also not a guaranteed drop. Here it is.
Welcome. What'll it be?
I'll go ahead and go for that.
Anything else? Come again.
So now I'm immune to poison.
Welcome. What'll it be?
You know, I actually find it funny that Javin is being so negative on this game, considering usually Javin is more positive on games than I am.
Anything else? Come again.
There is a dart weapon. I actually already have it. Yeah, Dissidia. Sigh. What am I doing? I'm gonna go... Let's go this way. Hi, Illyria. I haven't seen you in a bit. Okay, yeah. Back to my real weapon. Excuse me. Hey, Javin, you see what I'm doing right now? Because you couldn't do this in this net. I mean, you could. There are ways to trick the AI into doing this. But the fact that I can just do this... I know I've said that 3 times, but god damn, it deserves repeating. Yeah, no kidding, Mugen.
Not today.
Oh, goody, Velden. What? What? You don't get to try and attack me. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. Yeah. Oh no, I'm stuck. Ah! Okay, we're okay. We're okay.
I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for reforging?
The sword. And the spear. And I think that's it for now. So new sword graphic. Oh, I like the spear graphic. Check it out. I know, right, Mugen? No love for the bow. No one likes the bow.
No. One night is 15.
Cutscene.
You know, I still haven't forgiven you for that joke with Gnome earlier.
Huh?
Lighten up, sis. You're still worried about that?
It's a big deal to me. You know I only have eyes for Diluc.
I know. But Gnome didn't mean anything by it.
Besides, it's not like you're married to Diluc, right?
Of course not.
Well then, who cares?
Whoop. Come on, Mike, shut up.
I care. What if someone overheard and thought I was cheating on Diluc with a tiny sprite? If Diluc heard, he'd be devastated.
He'd probably understand that it was a joke.
You don't understand. You guys are forbidden from calling me Mrs. ever again.
Oh, hey, Gnome got me thinking about mana seeds, so I figured I'd ask. Can I taste the next one?
Don't change the subject!
It is a reasonably good mobile game, but I haven't really gotten that far into it, and so far the story hasn't actually taken off. It's done a lot of hinting and a lot of foreshadowing, but not a lot of payoff. Now, granted, I'm not that far into it, because I only have a few minutes a day to play it, but, you know. So that's my opinion on Opera Omnia as of right now.
There you are. The Seed Thieves are below. They're after the mana seed in the underground palace.
Oh, come on, please be a good voice actress for the Scorpion Army.
I'll handle the palace. I need you to see the things below. Keep your guard up. You don't know what enemies lie in wait for you down there.
I'd even be okay with the woman who voices LeBlanc in FF10 too. Just, god damn it, give me a good voice actress. Yeah, ballooning enemies, as I mentioned before, so there's one part of the pole dart, which I forget what it does, but it does a status effect, and the level 3 spear, and both of those are really, really good at disabling enemies if you just don't care about the damage. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Well, I mean, if you think about it, LeBlanc and the Scorpion Army leader have a lot in common, don't they? I don't know what I think about this. I've noticed in general the new music tends to be to have less impact. You know what I mean? It reminds me of FF4DS. The FF4DS music is a lot softer and it has a lot less oomph to it than the original SNES soundtrack. And I'm getting a very similar vibe from the music in this one so far. God dang it.
Aha!
So this boss fight can be rough, but here we go. Let's see what they sound like.
Aha! The water seed!
Look at her outfit!
How'd you get in here? You realize we ain't letting you leave now that you found our secret hideout, right?
You brats have come to the right place. The Scorpion Army is gonna rule the world. That's us.
Okay, I like it.
Ah, yeah.
Shut your pie hole. It was us who took your precious water seed. Now, thanks to its awesome power, we've completed our super deluxe robot. We call it
Kilroy the Indomitable.
Ah, yeah.
Take him out. Kilroy, activate.
On it, boss.
I knew she was a she because A, I've done task work on this game, which means diving into the original code, and B, because I've looked at the sprites of this game very closely for doing sprite editing, so it is not super obvious. And yes, Kilroy was here.
Send them to their graves. Huh? What's wrong?
Boss, there's an energy overload. It's out of control.
What? That can't be! Just take the seed out and use auxiliary power! Your turn, Gnome! Gem missile! Your turn, Gnome! Gem missile! Your turn, Gnome! Gem missile!
Hang on, I just realized I should be doing something on these boss fights. We'll do this. Well, no, let's do this.
Water! Crumble! Pure water! Gem missile! Thanks! Healing power Bundy!
Just leveling my magic, don't mind me.
Thanks! Water! Pure water! Thanks!
Ow.
Healing power of Bundy! Pure water! Thanks!
Oh no, she's a Moogle!
Healing power of Undine! Pure water! Thanks!
Popo. My hair! Gonna refill its mana? I don't see a mana refill happening.
Aw, nuts! You won't get away with this!
Okay, that didn't refill the
Let's bring this
sprite's
back to the
mana.
Water Palace.
Oh, it's because level ups refill mana, don't they? Interesting. Well, whatever, I suppose.
One night is...
Oh, someone asked earlier, I'm pretty sure these cutscenes basically have triggers, and once you're past the trigger, that's when they should play.
Oh, Dialog.
Dialect this, dialect that. What's this dialect like anyway?
You want to know? Where do I even begin?
Great. Now she'll never stop.
Huh?
So, about Dialog. He's the coolest soldier in the ranks, and I don't just mean that he's good looking, though that's true. He always asks how I'm doing. One time, I tripped over a branch, and he helped carry me home. I still remember that sweet tone he used when he asked if I was okay. He's so kind.
Okay, I'm old and bitter and cynical, but really?
Oh, but he's also very serious about his work. He'll help anyone in need. When we took a stroll outside of town to pick some wildflowers, he knew the name of every single one. He even knew what each blossom meant in the language of flowers. Crazy, right? He's so smart. Dialog tutors me sometimes, and he's always attentive, so I don't get bored by the subject matter. You should hear what his troops think of him. He never talks down to them like the other captains. Dialog listens to his men and tries to help when they have problems or concerns. He's the perfect captain of the guard. After I saw how responsible he was, I fell for him instantly. I asked him if he was tired from having to work so hard. And do you know what he said?
He said, no, I done got time to bleed.
He said, I'm happy as long as I can make everyone else happy. Can you believe it? I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. I knew Diluc was the only one for me.
Yeah, if that guy is legit, I'm afraid that literally every woman in the entire kingdom, including some who are married and some who are a little too old for him, also think he's the only one for them. I really hate to break this to you, Prim.
And then there was this time that...
I don't think I've ever seen this side of you. Uh-oh, our little sprite's fallen asleep. Ugh, sounds like a good idea.
Hey, I'm not finished.
No, I think I'm good on orbs for now. Wait, do I have the whip sword?
I've been waiting.
I do. God, so I've been playing a lot of games lately that have fast travel or teleports or whatever, and it's kind of weird going through Somme where there's basically no real fast travel at all. No, I do too next time. Like I said, I rather like these vignettes, despite Javin and the reviewers. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards no, Mugen. I mean, on the one hand, there is no reason to limit the number of autosaves in any modern console whatsoever. However, it's actually not that big of a deal. It's just silly and ridiculous.
Welcome, welcome. It's 50 the Water Palace, huh?
So, yeah. It's especially weird because I'm playing this on the PC. My max number of saves should be somewhere around 50 hyper-billion. Do you know how much hard drive space I have as a result of my show? I literally just bought a new 12 giger. Or excuse me, 12... I keep saying giger. 12 terabyte. Terror? A 12 terror doesn't really have the same terminology to it. A 12 terabyte drive. Review runner. Well, I mean, I've been saying meggers and giggers for a really long time, but terrors doesn't quite fit, you know? It's like that... Oh, god damn it. It's like that really terrible series of, you know, hacker films that came out in the late 90s. If it makes you feel any better, Flavia, I actually bought 2 of those 12 terabyte drives. Because I needed one for my storage and then one for my backup. Well, what do you prefer I say? GB? Who says GB? Or how about gigs? Well, what do I say for that? Tears? I got 12 tears of data now. It doesn't work. We went in the wrong direction. We should have called it something else. Like Tibs or Tabs or something. Oh god, it's these bastards. Because we got Megs, right? We got Ks, that's easy. So there's Ks, then there's gigs, or excuse me, Ks, Megs, gigs, and then tears. 12 tears of data.
I'm ready.
So I might actually have some issues on this fight, but I have a plan. An evil, evil plan. I mean, I have survived tuberculosis, as we all know. So this is actually the first time this song plays in the game. And I kind of want to hear it for a sec, so I'm going to kill this and then shush. Oh, for God's sakes, die! Not too bad. It's kind of a long song, so I gotta let it sit for a minute. There's that guitar. They've only used this guitar a couple times. This is new. Ah. Apparently I didn't unmute myself. It hasn't looped yet! I mean, it's a long song, but... yeah. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite remixes so far. So there's the loop, right there. It's finally looped. So, I'm gonna go hit the original so you guys can hear it, and I actually really need to grab a drink, so I'll be right back. I'm not sure I like the remix better, but I definitely like the remix. But I do have to say, I generally prefer the more impact of the SNES audio chip. As I mentioned earlier, that's just kind of a general thing for me, not just with this game. It's like, I can appreciate and enjoy orchestral remixes of FF songs, but I'm probably going to prefer the original version of that song. You know? Another example of this. I was actually recently told that there's no way I could definitively say that the original of a specific soundtrack, I believe it was FF12, is actually superior to the remixed version, because the remixed version was demonstrably better. Maybe it wasn't that. It was something else. Does anyone remember what that was? Either way, whatever it was, there was something, and someone was like, "You can't say the original is better than this." My response was, "No, I can't, but I could say that I enjoy it more." Like, I never did this one here. Just really quick. You can tell the difference immediately. There's just more oomph behind the SNES sound chip. Whether that's good or bad, that's up to preference.
Welcome to Neko's. Do you need anything? Oh, you're interested. What'll it be? Perfectly priced items. Anything else? BC? Welcome to Neko's. Oh, you're interested. 30 GP.
It could be too next time.
I wonder if Pamela and Diluc are alright.
No, they're dead.
Worried?
Yes, but I have to do my best. I just keep telling myself that.
They'll be okay.
Thanks.
Just be patient and you'll see. Your hard work won't be in vain.
Listen up. Success is a mental thing. You gotta visualize it going well or you're never gonna get anywhere.
Besides, we're gonna help you along the way. When we can, at least.
Thank you so much.
Well, what kind of boss doesn't look out for their underlings? Leave it to me.
I never agreed to be your underling. But thanks for the thought.
Tomorrow's another day. Let's get some rest.
I know, right, Dream Whisperer? He sells the most expensive stuff in the game, which is 5-digit price. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but in this game, getting tens of thousands of gold is actually pretty insane. So, I've been thinking about this, and I'd love to hear your guys'. This is one of my favorite game soundtracks ever. I love Hiroki Kikuta's work here, and I love what he did with the soundtrack, the original soundtrack. Now, some of my favorite songs, and I'd love to hear your guys' favorite songs, which is why I'm asking you. Some of my favorite songs are the desert one, just the desert song. The Doom one that plays for the Ruins, we already heard that one. Obviously, the Mana Fortress, one of my favorite songs of all time. The second airship song, not the first one, the one that only plays at the very end of the game. And then the Dark Lich theme, the fight against the Mana Fortress, or excuse me, the Mana Beast, and like the two songs that only play for one cutscene right at the end there, and the Pure Land. All of those would be amongst my favorites. And so, if you're paying attention, a lot of those are at the end of the game, so I'm going to have to be playing for a while to really find out what they sound like in the new version. I wish there was a sound test or something, you know? But what are your favorites, guys? If indeed you have any. You don't have to, obviously. Alright, hang on. Well. Which Doom song, specifically? Oh, you're talking about the one from the Ruins? Yeah, that's... It's a song that's on my Fall Asleep playlist. Just don't. I'm not evil. It's just very soothing and wonderfully horrific. In fact, actually, hang on, I have an idea here. I can't do that, can I? Oh yeah, I also kind of like the original boss music. One thing I've noticed in general is that remixes of SNES songs, this is kind of going along with what Javan was just saying. Wow, that hurt. What was I saying? Oh yeah, remixes of boss music from SNES era games tend to not just not have the same impact. But non-boss songs tend to come out better. Probably because, as we've all been saying, the SNES sound chip and SNES songs tend to have a whole lot of power behind them more than, you know, modern instruments or even real instruments.
Thanks.
Look, I'm streaming, okay? Although it's extremely rare that I screw up and don't hit the mute before I stream. Sneeze. Hey, it's Geshtar!
Luca!
Alright, I'm really curious what voice they have for Geshtar for two reasons, if I could just jump in here. Number one, he's actually the member, other than Thanatos, he is the member of the Empire we see the most. By far the most recurring character for the Empire. And number two, a friend of mine really liked him and Sheik's, and I really liked him, so we kind of did a fanfic once, where basically I was Geshtar and he was Sheik's. Or, I'm saying that wrong. I was writing for Geshtar and he was writing for Sheik's. So I'm curious what voice they picked for Geshtar, since I wasn't really impressed with Thanatos's.
Get out of here! No!
Well, well, who have we here? I'm Geshtar of the Vandal Empire. Hand over that seed if you want Luca to survive this encounter.
Don't do it! Just run!
Foolish boy! Ugh, I can't move! So glad to see the seed still safe and sound in this location. Now, I'll just break that pesky seal.
Stop!
There. So glad we had this chat. You can take care of my pets as a reward for making it this far. Don't forget to feed him.
Okay, Geshtar isn't crazy or angry, so I'm not sure what the hell. Unless maybe he is, and I just missed that in the original translation. I don't freaking know. Ow.
Water! Pure water! Thanks!
Oh god, I hate to do it, Mugen, but I'll do it, I'm trying to think when the next time is that we'll see Geshtar. I suppose that'd be at the roof? Or that'd be in the desert, wouldn't it? Okay, this boss actually looks harder than he used to be. Well, it's like I feel like the voice director said, alright, I want you to feel angry, and I want you to feel smug at the same time. And that's kind of the impression I get from his voice direction. Ugh, that is not fun. I gotta admit, I really like this new method of magic. First of all, the shortcuts are awesome. But second of all, the fact that they're not overpowered but still useful, and the fact that I feel like I'm actually contributing as a melee, which I almost never feel like in these games. Or in this game, I should say. I don't know why I'm using a plural there.
Take more than that!
God damn it! I know, you hate it, Joe.
Keep it coming.
Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm only up to charge 2 so far, Belgian, but probably... I was actually trying to do a level 2 charge, and he interrupted it with Acid Breath. Of course they do, Darch. This is just my preferred setup. I know other people have other preferred setups. Although usually I have her on the axe and not the whip, because usually the whip is useless. It's kind of nice that the whip is actually worth a damn in this version.
Now use the sword to restore the seed seal.
Okay.
Rejoice, men! The Imperial forces have drawn back.
So, you're saying men, but I'm the only other male here, and also I'm a kid.
We managed to defeat their monsters in Pandora, too.
We?
One of them dropped this. You should take it.
Oh, there's
the Empire is advancing. We're running out of time. You need to restore the sword now. I'll return to my home country and do what I can to stop the Empire.
From the comfort of my own home.
If they manage to rebuild the fortress, the Mana Sword is the world's last hope.
Depends on the language, Javan. Although, I don't know if you've been paying attention or have seen it, but they always refer to Popoi as them in this one, which is really freaking confusing, because they insistently use the plural version.
Talk to the Canon Travel Man in Potos. He'll be able to send you to the Upper Land.
Okay. Right. Here, heal me.
The Empire's on the move. You must bring the Mana Sword back to its full power and protect the seeds. Go to the highest peak of the lofty mountains and find Sage Jock. He will teach you the true courage of a hero.
But he's a dick.
You must visit all 8 of the world's palaces and synchronize your sword with the Mana Seeds. It will be a long and difficult journey, but you must persevere for the sake of the world.
Yeah, I was wanting to heal in a safe, but yeah, alright, thanks for telling me what I already know, Luca. Appreciate that. And we basically never meet her again. Hate to spoil that, but she has just left the story. Yeah, that's basically the end of Act 1, what we just did. Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Well, it's more like go to 6 locations, but, you know. Hang on.
Take that!
So, that did do more damage than my normal hit, but the usual problems with backloaded DPS applied, so...
No way!
Not really, Vendalia, because there are a couple of exceptions to that. There has been some new story, yes. Oh, right. I need to go save. Hang on.
Not today!
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Now, this has apparently been called into debate in more recent years, but once upon a time it was accepted that the chronological order of these games was SD3, SD2, SD1. In other words, SD3 was the one furthest in the past, then Psalm occurs, right about at this period of time, and then SD1, or FFA, or Sword of Mana, or Adventures of Mana, is the furthest one along in the series chronologically. And it's funny because most of the additional Mana games also go further back, not further forward.
Welcome to Neko's. Do you need anything?
Yeah, let's be honest, charge attacks did have a purpose in the original because of the iframes
you're
problem.
Interested. What'll it be?
But in, for the most part, they're there to look flashy or fancy.
30 GP. A good night's sleep with...
Cutscene. Oh, yep, cutscene.
About that guy.
What guy?
That guy! You know, the one with the hair and the armor?
Oh, you mean Gemma?
Yeah, that one! So about Gemma.
You could tell they meant Gemma from that?
Is he really as strong as he looks?
What?
Cause I mean, how strong can he be if he needed to be saved?
Come on, no one's perfect.
All I'm saying is that he sure gives a lot of orders. What's he up to anyway?
He's busy with stuff. Lots of stuff. It's just stuff we don't need to know about.
You sure he's not just giving us tasks and then going off to take a nap?
No way! He wouldn't do that. I think.
Stop teasing our brave hero. You know he can't take a joke. Besides, Gemma is a very brave knight.
You sure? I can't quite put my finger on it.
He saved my life, so at the very least, I know he's a strong warrior. Probably.
Look what you've done. Now he's getting suspicious.
I mean, Gemma doesn't actually do a lot in this game. Aside from be like, hey, you should go do this. Yes, Sword of Mana on the GBA, I believe, is the, if I'm getting the right name, is the one that was the proper remake of Final Fantasy Adventure, aka Seiken Densetsu 1. And then Adventures of Mana was a terrible, lazy port of Final Fantasy Adventures, aka Seiken Densetsu 1, which was on the phone and I think the PC, maybe. I don't know, it's on a few things and it's garbage. Don't even look at it.
Not today!
It really is a terrible, lazy port. So let's see if we can do it, guys. Oh, no, I don't think I can. It's always resetting. Hang on, let me try this way. No. Because the moment, and I mean the second I do it, they reset to behind me. Let's try it this way. I think they actually fixed this one bug at the very least. That's funny. This is really easy to do on the main game. And the best part is if you do it without the drum, then you're screwed because you can't get out. That's why I saved. Oh,
hey
right.
there. Special offer just for you. Only 50 GP to any of these destinations.
So, in the Nintendo Power talking about this, and in the original SNES English translation, it wasn't the best written directions for how to do the seasons. So I'm one of those people who used to do the seasons completely the wrong way, and then be like, what the hell? Oh, right, the other way.
The Upper Land covers a lot. I could get you to the Great Forest, but that's it.
What?
Just pop yourself into the
Damn
barrel.
it, Mike. Shut up. Come on, give me an overworld map this time, at least. Since we're leaving the local area. Ah, damn it! Okay, I already like the visuals.
So this is the
here.
Great Forest. You lived around here, right? Glad to be home, huh?
Oh no! I hit my head again when we landed and I have forgotten the way.
She is totally serious and legit and not making that up at all.
Lovely. I suppose we should look around ourselves.
So this was a song I was actually hoping to like on the remake, or the remix, because it's already a quiet, soft song, and like I said, usually the remixed ones tend to be a little bit better for that. So I'll go quiet for a bit as we go through here.
Aw, look! It's laughing!
Not laughing, crying. Pebblers have taken over their village.
Me neither, Gary. I always assumed it was totally legit. I don't remember where Legend of Mana fits, but it kinda doesn't. Like, Legend of Mana is kind of about the restructuring of the world, so if anything, it could fit literally anywhere. I thought one of these said something different. I suppose I was wrong.
Hey, what gives? You left without saying a word. Guess now's as good a time as any to branch out and hone my skills. Gotta see how you handle that sword. I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for reforging?
And for fun, let's re-equip everyone, just to see how they handle different weapons. I guess I actually have to do this here, don't I? So we'll put you on the... oh, I don't know. Let's put them on their canonical weapons. So we'll give her that, and we'll give her... there it is. That. Is it clockwise or counterclockwise? I can't remember right now. Oh, it doesn't matter. I need to go help with the Pebblers first. Right. Yeah, they all use strength. Or attack power, whatever the hell it's actually called in this game. Oh, that's gorgeous. That looks good. I like that. This is spring. Oh yeah, by the way, when you first get here, if you're under-leveled, the trash out here can really suck. There's different trash in each area, and all of them have a different trick. Now, the trick for these guys is just that they hit hard and they can heal themselves. Nothing really significant. The trick for Winter is the crabs, and they have the ability to buff themselves to the point where they can basically auto-crit. The trick for Fall is the owls, and they can cast Confuse on you. In fact, it's the first time you even see the Confuse stat in this game. Oh wait, no, the crabs are in... are the crabs in summer, or the crabs in winter? I can't remember right now. Well, either way, all these enemies are mean, is what I'm trying to get at. These are the crabs I was referencing. Oh, so what thing, Gary? What thing? Oh, God. Crap. Sorry.
Keep it coming.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Healing power of Undine. Cure water.
Thanks.
Okay, so. Clearing out the town. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the friggin' fish people. I was trying to remember the enemy that's in summer. It's the friggin' fish people. Wouldn't it be taste like people and look like crab? Oh yeah, and the little mana beast flying around. Don't mind them. Hate fighting these things. So as you can see, the lesser weapons, despite the fact that I raised them, are still kind of crap. So it looks like they didn't really rebalance the stats on the weapons. So there are still weapons that are just not really worthwhile. Which is, I mean, I kind of expected that, to be honest with you. Whatever. Back to the spear. Actually, hang on. Let's put her on the axe. And then put her... Whoops. On the... Let's try the javelin. I mean, I have reforged them, if that's what you want to count. I have no knowledge of weapon mastery affecting damage. I'm gonna say it that way.
Now the Moogles can come back to the village.
Goodbye. I think that's the first time they've had a new voice actress for a Moogle in years.
Ugh, my head.
What is it?
Wow! Now I can remember everything. Tour through the seasons from spring to winter. Once you reach spring again, the village will appear.
Moogles first showed up in Final Fantasy III, I believe, so quite a bit before this. Even if it wasn't 3, they showed up in 5, which was still before this.
Tour through the
Blah, blah, blah. Don't forget the chests.
Aha!
Hello, there we go. Really likes to pause after I get an orb, I've noticed. Like, watch. This is me moving, moving. There we go.
I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for reforging?
That would be awesome, Guru time.
Going on a trip? I'm taking advantage of this perfect weather myself. Special deal for busy travelers. I'll even save the game from you.
Yeah, I guess that's true, bro. I wasn't actually thinking about the crit rate. You are right. The mastery did affect crit rate. Or smash, as it's properly called. Wouldn't it just be Rally Quepo? I can't even say that right. Rally Quepo! There we go. Bites. Die! Die! I've got a boss fight coming up. Now, who wants to bet as to whether or not the ultimate leveling spot still works? I don't have to wait. I can just leave. Bye.
Takes more than that.
I don't know anything about that, Pyro, so I'll take your word on that.
water.
Here's the stupid owls that cast
Sure, water.
Confuse.
Thanks.
Freaking owls. I don't feel like this right now. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. Owls. Ooh, I like Fall 2. I really like all the graphics here. This is good stuff. Like, the game in general has looked pretty nice, but this is probably the first place I've been like, wow, too. Oh, for God's sakes. So anyways, the way it's literally phrased is spring to winter, spring again, and then we
Takes
can
more
enter.
than that.
So what's funny is I was just thinking in my head, oh, it's probably the opposite of what it sounds like, so I should go ahead and do the opposite. just to make sure I don't screw it up. By the way, there's no inn here at this point, unless I'm mistaken.
Tour through this. Tour through this.
So, that death really sucks, is what I'm trying to say.
Water! Pure water! Thanks!
Chuko. Oh my god, Guru, I can't even say that. I can say the original. Chocobocabina! But that's because it's burned into my brain forever. Well, no, okay. Spring to winter, and then spring again, and then you can enter. So I started in spring, and then I went to winter, and then I cycled back to spring. God damn frickin' crabs. It is still more clear in this version than the original, which didn't have the Tour of the Seasons part at all. God damn it, I'm confused. Ugh, confusion sucks. Confusion sucks. Yeah, there we go. So... I and Gary both can say that we've beaten this boss, melee. I don't recommend trying, but I'm going to.
Whoa, what's going on? The village is in shambles.
What happened here? Hey, there's something there.
So the hitbox on Axebeak here is very, Springbeak, is very particular on the original SNES version. It has the same general properties of you can't hit the front, but where the front is changes many times, depending on what it's doing exactly or whether it's moving and just all sorts of other variables. Now you'll notice here it's actually has a noticeable back where it's actually turning around. So this is a lot less horrible. I should go ahead and try and get some level up line.
Water! Pure water! Thanks!
That was mostly melee. And then once again, that's just an aspect of the game basically being better and less buggy. Like, if you've seen the sprite of the original SNES version, it's got like two like concurrent hitboxes that kind of do this thing, and then they kind of do this. It's really hard to explain. I've seen it without the graphics laid on top of it. It's very strange. So here we are, the ultimate leveling spot. This was actually bugged in the original game. And it looks like it might still be bugged. We'll find out. Talk to... There we go.
Grandpa!
Wait. That sounds like... Is that you, little one?
Grandpa, what's wrong? Can't you see me?
It was the Empire. Their troops attacked us and undid the Wind Seal. I was lucky to be in the palace at the time. A bright flash took out my sight. But the others...
How terrible!
No! No! Everyone must have gotten away safely.
Let us hope.
Grandpa! Hang in there!
Listen closely, little one. We sprites are dependent on the power of mana.
Ooh, that's a good remix.
But humans are breaking the seals on the seeds. If they succeed, the beast of old will be released again.
God damn it.
If mana disappears, we sprites will vanish right along with it. You can't let that happen.
Okay. I'll protect Mana so that everyone can return to the village. Don't worry. I've got a couple underlings that can help.
That's the spirit. If it weren't for my eyes, I'd offer to help. All I can do is offer the services of my Sylphid, the wind elemental. Come, Sylphid.
You called, Master?
I'm entrusting you to these youngsters. They're your new masters now.
As you wish.
Use Analyzer to learn what elemental magic works on each crystal orb. Use your magic on the orb in this forest to open a pathway to Matango. There, you must head north to the Cave of the White Dragon. You need that legendary dragon's help if you want to protect Mana. Now go. Do not worry about me. I'll be safe if I stay here in the palace.
Everyone will be back soon, Grandpa. Me included.
If you get tired, come back here to rest at any time. That's all I can do for you. Here, let's get you patched up. Shall I save the game?
I think this is the guy who does the intro narration.
Take care.
And he's just affecting a different tone. I like the sad song remix. That might actually be the first song I personally would say is better than the original. It's not playing right now, it's the one that was playing during the sad scene. So let's see. Okay. Let's do this.
Protect us, Gnome! Stone Saber!
Give me a second. I need to definitively test something here. I want to know if the bug's still in. It's not even really a bug, per se. It's just a byproduct of the way the game is coded. It's the kind of thing I didn't even know about my first few times playing this game. Okay. Looks like it still works. That's interesting. Well, we're gonna go to bed, Mugen. So in case you don't understand the significance, and you can see by percentages here, you get about 4% of a skill up or experience or whatever the hell you want to call that for magic when you're in town. Basically, when your weapons are away. But when your weapons are out, aka you're in a combat area, you get double that, which is 9%. Now, the bug is the fact that while you're in the Wind Temple, that is considered a combat area, which means you get the full double or whatever you want to call it experience for doing that. In other words, it is the best place by an overwhelming margin to level the girl's magic at. Which I'm not going to do on camera, don't worry. Like I said, I'm not grinding deliberately to test things. But for example, before I heal, now would be a good time to raise my Undine really quick.
Cure water.
Like so. And get a heal in.
Here, let's get you patched
Because
up.
he's a full
Shall I
heal
save the
and
game?
full mana restore. And a save.
Take care.
This is basically the
Let's
equivalent.
get you patched up.
Whoops,
Shall I say? Take care.
This is basically the equivalent of
Here, let's get you
No!
patched up. Shall I? Take care. Here, let's get you patched. Shall I save the game? Take care.
Okay.
Here, let's get you patched. Shall I save the game?
No.
Take care. Here, let's get you patched up. Shall I save the game?
So I can't stop talking to him. Here's what's happening, okay? I'm kind of clipped into him.
Take care.
And I have to hit, acknowledge in order to get rid of this dialogue box right here. But for whatever reason, the dialogue box, as soon as I clear it, is then acting like I talked to him.
Here, let's get. Shall I save the? Take care. Here, let's get you patched.
Yeah,
Shall I save the game?
I'm mashing
Take care.
buttons here to
Here,
get
let's
out
get
of
you
this.
Shall I save the game? Take care. Here, let's get you patched
Oh
up.
god, I
Shall
can't even
save the
enter the
game?
menu. I can't even enter the menu to exit out. So I'm actually going to Alt F4 the game here. That is basically a soft lock. Right there. Wow. I tried switching characters and I tried mashing the menu and I couldn't access either. So yay. And yeah, I tried switching characters. Now, if this is soft locked, we have a huge problem.
Here, let's get you patched up. Shall I save the game? Take care.
I was really worried for a second. I was really worried I was stuck there forever. So, anyone playing this version, be careful of using this spot to level. Jesus. That's... wow. Here, let's get you patched up. Here to save? Here, let's get you patched up. Here to save? Here, let's get you patched up. Here to save? Yeah, that is actually a pretty bad bug, in all honesty. Right, I really should be killing stuff here. Oh, right, I have... This is the Steam version, yes. Also known as the one that is most likely to be patched. So here's hoping some of this stuff is getting patched, yeah. And like I said, I'm going to get a little killing in here because I'm actually kind of low level at this point. And I said I'd be kind of Korean methoding it, so... I'm going to at least clear this zone before I move on. Also, 50 negatives to the game. Yeah, she's lunging with an axe. Ow. Ow. Hey, dude, not cool. Well, you take, like, the pointy end of the axe and you go, "Ugh," and that's how you hit people, right? Yeah, no kidding, Guru. Obviously, I can't properly test that, but... I mean, I guess I could? I don't know how I'd test that. Like, I don't know how to even set that up. Like, there's no set up a second character here. How do you even start co-op mode? How do you do that? What do you do to do that? I mean... Anyways, let's switch around their items here, shall we? So yeah, no, you go back to a useful weapon. And you go back to a good weapon, which is over here. Oh, no, it's here. Damn it, Braquin. Oh. Let's see here. I don't see anything for tag in. And I know what you're saying. Well, what about the Hey Jobin, hey Jobin. You're wrong! There we go, okay. I actually gave it a negative for lack of online co-op before I even started the game. I still stand by that, by the way. So yeah, it looks like I need to plug in a second controller, which I don't even have. I can't just use the keyboard. We're all tigers now, rawr! Oh, hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Frickin' Silktails. The funny thing is, properly done online co-op for this would be frickin' incredible. Especially if they used this, whatever they're doing to keep everyone...
Pure water.
You know, to keep everyone... Like keeping the camera centered on whoever you're controlling. So, if, for example, Gary's on the right side of the screen over here, controlling probably the boy, actually, and I'm controlling the sprite on the left side of the screen, and both our cameras are on us, and neither of us are leashed to each other, that would be amazing. But it sounds like the local co-op isn't programmed that way at all, so the online co-op probably wouldn't be. There's not an in, is there? God damn it, why is there no in? Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm out! Peace! I'm gonna leave the tiger thing on for a second, though, because I'm curious if it shows up in the vignette things. Oh god, the caterpillars. No, the caterpillars! I will stab you, Gary.
Analyzer.
Sylphid. That's new? Still doesn't say the specific spell, though, which is interesting. This one, I think?
Take this!
Ow. I'll get you patched up. Run, just run. I just need to hit Matango at this point. Just going to Matango. Screw all this. No! Nope, 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 nope.
Takes more than that.
No, no. I'm going the wrong way. No! 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 God damn it. I thought I was on the second screen, not the first one. Okay. Here's where I am.
I'm ready.
No. I'm not canon traveling right now, so I don't care. I'll get the axe in a second. Okay. Axe. Nope. Nope, and right out of there. Okay, we made it to Matango.
Welcome to Matango.
Okay.
Unlike our cousins the Mushbooms, we're a peaceful tribe.
I'm sure King Truffle would be willing to help you.
We're just not equipped for fighting. There's no way we can defeat the monsters in the northern cave.
Matengo means hello in our native Metangese.
The trees of the forest are restless of late. Is this a bad omen?
Not ready off yet, I hope.
I can't tell what I think of this music.
We're just not equipped for fighting. There's no way we could defeat the monsters in the northern cave.
This is Fung Castle, home of King Truffle.
I like that one best, right there.
I'm sure King Truffle would be willing to help you.
But there was no way.
Welcome. What'll it be?
I don't remember how worth it is to equip up here. Can anyone remind me of how worth it is to equip up here? Because usually I go all the way to the Gold City and don't buy anything until I'm there. And... damn it. I mean, right after here is Kakaraka, or Kakara, or however you're supposed to say it. And then the frozen area, then in the Empire, then the Golden City. And like I said, I usually just don't buy gear until I get to the Golden City. So, whatever. I'll trust Gary on this. He's a loot-inclined person.
Anything else? Anything else? Come again.
Farewell, Reganite. Remember, your economic system just didn't quite work out, so I want you to remember that. I mean, that's not a really big upgrade. Neither's that. Neither's that. I don't know. I think you're lying to me, Gary. And we're gonna lose our poison immunity. Oh no! By the way, this game's a little bit like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, in the sense that after a certain point of the game, certain debuffs just kind of stop showing up.
Welcome. Anything else?
Like, not all of them, but like some of the earlier ones especially, just kind of enemies just stop having them in favor of much worse ones. See you around, Mugen. For those of you who don't understand why I'm comparing that to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, as you progress through the game, you get equipment that makes you immune to status effects. However, generally speaking, at any given point in time at which you get the equipment that makes you immune to a status effect, the enemies from that point on stop using that status effect. Like, Petrify is the really big one. That will literally game over you multiple times, with the reset option, obviously, until you get immune to Petrify, and then things just stop using it.
The king is in his chambers.
This Vance told me all about you.
Oh my god, I love that voice.
This Vance told me all about you.
That sounds like, the... oh god, what are they called? The island folk in Super Mario Sunshine. I can't think of their species name.
Took your time, huh? I figured you'd stop by here. I've been waiting. Which weapon is ready for reforging?
It's dangerous to proceed. You must get the king's permission first.
I mean, this is working pretty well. I'm liking the Toad people.
One night is 50 GP. Stay the night.
Ah, no cutscene. I am sad. Give me a cutscene. I know, right, Crow? No, I like the classic Toad. And Captain Toad. Captain Toad's awesome. We all know Captain Toad's awesome. You know it, I know it. So let's see what the king is voiced as.
Whoa! I saw a white dragon up in the mountains. They're supposed to be extinct.
Of course we know the legend! A mana beast took down the mana fortress and destroyed the world. You know, in the past, there used to be beasts around here that were kinda like the mana beast. Sometimes these black shapes fly through the woods. I've seen them.
King Truffle has done a splendid job taking over for the departed king of old.
Some say the departed king was murdered, but that's just silly talk. Do not speak of such things.
However, he is a bit reckless. It's hard to keep up with him.
Our ancestors were said to have ridden through the sky on flying creatures. Creatures like white dragons, though those are practically extinct now. Did you hear? A white dragon was spotted yesterday in a cave to the north.
What a coincidence!
It's you! You're here at long last. Nice to meet you, legendary hero.
You're the king?
Huh? Don't play dumb. You think we don't know the legends up here? A hero of great might, with sword upon shoulder. He rides upon the wings of a white dragon, and so shall save the world. That's you guys, right? I recognized you right away. Just yesterday, one of my people saw a white dragon fighting a huge snake in the cave north of here.
Oh god, the snake fight.
Sounds like the prophecy hit the nail on the head. Use the first floor exit on the right to get to the cave. The palace? Yeah, I know where it is, but the prophecy says that you find the cave first.
Alright, I'll go find the cave. What's with these 37 bones and corpses and skeletons on the way there?
I'll tell you how to reach the palace afterward. Come on, get going. Oh, wait! According to legend, there's something for you heroes in the treasure chest upstairs.
You have a legend about treasure that you put in a chest, and oh my god, dude! I think he's just having a Mickey with us at this point, or taking the piss. There we go, he's taking the piss with us, having a Mickey. Javelin orb. Let me move. To the inn.
One.
Still no cutscene. Oh well. The legend says that the ice cream sandwich must be Neapolitan. If it's anything else, the legend has not been fulfilled. Yeah, I know, right? There's just there for some friggin' reason. Alright, so this boss can give me trouble sometimes if I'm not just spell stun locking into oblivion. So we'll see what happens here. Is it the desert after this? I feel like it is. Which unfortunately means we're not going to get back to so-called society for a little bit. At least 2 more dungeons. This one and the pseudo-dungeon of the sand ship. I wonder what the sand ship's going to look like. Probably nothing special or fancy. But I've always liked the idea of a sand ship.
Takes more than that.
Yeah, the snow place would rip me apart, though, probably. Ooh, candy. Do you mind? Good night, Myra.
Takes more than that.
I'm ready.
I'm trying to go back to Korean methoding at this point. Because I kind of really need the levels and money if I'm going to be buying equipment as I go, especially. I keep wanting to go hit quick save, like, consistently. I keep reaching over, like, to hit F5 or, like, something on... I usually bind it to L2 on my controller. So I've hit L2, like, 20 times in the last hour or so. So I heard from someone that they adjusted the MP values so that the MP shortage of this game wasn't really as big of an issue. I gotta say, I'm not seeing it yet. We're in our high teens as far as levels here, and we're still have only 13 mana each. I don't know if that's gonna change later, but it'll be interesting to see if it's still capped at 99. Those don't look cheaper to me. Oh, no, I want Sylphid. Yeah, Thunderbolt still uses 4. Although I think Air Blast used to use 3. Some of these are the same, but some of these I think might be cheaper. The spells that I don't really know as well. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I suppose that'd be really easy. All I need to do is pull up a page that has the mana costs of the spells back in, you know, the original game, and voila. Okay, Gary says Air Blast is 2, so that isn't changed. Okay, thank you, Crow. See, I didn't think they were changed. Like I said, we'll see what they do with it later. Right now, we're still only getting like 1 MP per level. I mean, I'm okay with them nerfing the stun lock do more than damage cap feature of magic. I am. But I'm not in favor of them completely nerfing magic. Especially given how many bosses, well, in the original game, were basically magic-like bosses. In God's sakes, the vampire alone. Ugh. So what's the bug with Revifire? Out of curiosity. Also, are you gonna speedrun this version? I'm curious. Seeing this at SGDQ would probably be pretty awesome. Looks like Confuse still doesn't affect the AI, too, I noticed. It's been very good so far, I guess. I'm actually quite impressed with it overall. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Does anyone remember for this orb? I can't remember if it's Gem Missile or Earthquake. I want to say it's Earthquake. But I hate to burn the mana. No, Dream Whisperer. No, I might not even finish this by Sunday. This is not a short game. At least not if you're doing it my way. It was Earthslide. Okay, we're good, we're good. Whatever. I remembered. Now, the ones I really have a hard time remembering are the ones in the palace way towards the end. Yeesh. Yes, that's nice. You're confusing me. Thank you. Okay, you know what? Here. It's nice. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, this. Yeah. Oops, wrong way. Go this way. Tomorrow, Dream Whisperer, at 10 a.m. As per usual. Basically, I'm playing this till I beat it. And then I'll go back to Oblivion. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Hang on, first of all. Still there, as it should be. I need someone to go kill Max time, just really quick. Make it merciful. Is it that way? Maybe that's what I meant. No, that's just the other side. Oh, no.
Today! No way!
Whoa!
Okay. God, sorry. Stuff like this, by the way, is one of the reasons I'm hesitant to do a lore run on a lot of earlier games like this. It's actually one of the biggest reasons why Dragon Quest has been removed from the list of potentials for a lore run, because, I mean, I enjoy the game, and I think they're great, and there is lore to talk about, but then there's the very long dungeon sections in between of either leveling, grinding, getting through, or whatever. I suppose if I had cheats, I wouldn't have to do this, so I'd be minimized. But... never mind, I take it back. It's not like Dragon Quest at all. Because even with cheats, Dragon Quest would be conversely slow. Boss time! Ooh, he looks cool. Oh, wow. And he's still pygmies. Yes, this is the new Oblivion mod. I've been trying it out lately. It's pretty good, I think.
Cure water! Water! Remedy!
Screw it. Come on. Ace. I gotta say, I'm actually really impressed with what they've done with almost every boss in this game so far. Legit. Yeah, I know, Crow. My biggest problem is, I don't know why. I have this problem with the original, too. When I hit, like, left, expecting it to do this. Like, I'm spinning it this way, and that's obviously not what it is, and then I get confused. Yeah. Also, the fact that it doesn't center on someone really messes with me, but I've already commented on that. I may have to actually give this game another gameplay positive for the way they've redone bosses. Hey, the individual I don't know. Oh, God, it does keep in cutscenes. It's the only reason I left those 10 things
This is the
on.
legendary white dragon? Oh, no. Its parents must not have survived that monster from earlier.
We can't just leave it here. It won't make it on its own.
But it's too big for us to carry around, and this one's just a baby. We should ask Truffle what to do.
He'll only slow you down. Don't worry, I'll raise him for you.
King Truffle!
Shh. I've made up my mind. You three have stuff to do, right? Leave the rest to me. Sorry for taking up your time. Stop by if you get the chance and say hi to the little fella. By the way, how do you like the name Flammy?
Ah, there you go. It's not Flammy. It is Flammy.
Hang on. No point in asking. You'd agree with me just to be polite, even if you hated the name, right? It's settled. We'll call him Flammy.
Also him?
Cannon travel is open again south of the forest. Visit the Fire Palace in the Kakara Desert. If you're on the search for palaces, that's the closest one. Good luck.
I like the way he pronounces Kakara, by the way. I'm gonna stick with that. Nope, wrong way. So yes, that song that I just accidentally canceled playing is the one that I really do like a lot better in the remix than the original. It's the only one I've heard so far that I like in the remix better. What is with the demon statue?
One night is...
God damn it, give me an inn scene. I actually think I know what's happening. I think this inn doesn't qualify as an inn, because it doesn't have the little table where they all go to have the scene, and that's why nothing's happening. Because I swear, we have had a lot of events happen. You'd think an inn scene would have happened by now. Which means the next inn wouldn't be until Kakara, until we're done with that.
Took your time, huh? I've been waiting.
Must forge everything. What time is it? Why don't we go ahead and chop it off here? Because starting fresh with the desert is actually a pretty good thing tomorrow. And it means I have to go an entire night without knowing what one of my favorite songs in this game actually sounds like in the remix version. Ah, screw it, I'm just gonna go and hear the song. Oh god, I need to hear it. Must hear the song. Must hear the song. I don't even care about the cutscene, just want to hear the song! Yeah, it's X. I can't wait. I've got mere minutes. Those count. Damn it. No, wait. Shove it.
Hey!
The
Welcome
song.
to the desert, huh? I'm not too sure about this, but we'll give it a try.
Hey, Ricky, welcome to the
just pop yourself
very
into
end
the
of my
barrel.
stream. I'm literally about to hit off. But hi. Okay. This is it. The big moment. I'm not even going to do the cutscenes. I'm just going to hear the song and then quit the game, and then I'll see where our saves are at.
Ugh, there's sand everywhere.
I was with it until the whistle. I still like it overall. Two-round job. I really like the intro part here. Hang on.
It's so barren.
Let's find a town before we shrivel up.
So, for those of you who haven't heard the original, noticeably different, as you can tell here. I like the new version. I don't like it as much, but I do like this. I think I agree with what Bragwin said. This sounds a little bit more like a forest song than a desert song. It's still good, though. I like what they did with this. This intro part sounds so different. For a second, I was like, is this the same song? So, anyways, thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. EST, more Secret of Mana. Thank God it's actually good. Don't listen to the reviewers, listen to me. Wait. Seriously, though. I'll see you around, guys.